Danganronpa.
Hello. Oh, you know you're reading this? I do read the messages while I'm on my starting soon screen. While it says starting soon, I just sit here and I read the chat. I don't do anything. You would assume that I'm getting ready, but no, I literally just sit here and read the chat while it's on starting soon. Hi Flyboy, hi Dolphin, hi Phoenix, hi Elaine, hi Laval, how are you guys doing? I have my lighting is different. There we go. Oh, wait. There. Wait. Is that how it normally is? Or like this? I don't know anymore. Anyway, as I was saying, I have some fall snacks today. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my god. Just friends. Thank you. I need to get a new subscriber alert. I thought that one would be funny, but I think that people take it the wrong way. Because everyone thinks that it means that I'm the Squidward in the video, but I'm the Patrick. But everyone thinks that it's saying that I'm the Squidward, but I'm not. Get a FNAF one. Clash of Clans stream? Isn't that like a... Hi Woogie! Isn't that like a phone, like a mobile app? Hi Silas! I'm gonna lose my balls! Okay, as I was saying, I have some fall snacks. I have apples with like caramel dip. It's so good. And I have pumpkin bread, which I discovered that Obi loves. Obi loves pumpkin bread. And I looked it up, and no, cats cannot have them. Thank you for the bits, these biscuits. Cats cannot have pumpkin bread, but Obi's obsessed with it. I only gave him like a couple tiny pieces, and he was like begging for more. I was like, geez, Obi, you can't have that. But he like wants it so bad. It was so weird. Started using Reddit. Got your first upvote today? Ooh! Nice! Brain gave me the good chemicals because of one upvote. Yeah, that's how social media be, bro. That's how it be. That they like design social media to be addictive, which is messed up. Like they literally designed it that way. That's life. This lighting or this lighting? I think this one. So maybe too dark. The other one? This is the one I usually have it on. Sheesh, the stream bussin'. We're sitting here. I'm eating my snacks. I'm having a great time. Addicted, but I would hate life without social media. It would be weird without social media, especially during like COVID, where we like couldn't leave our houses. It was nice to have social media. It's nice to keep in contact with people through it. So, I don't know. I do think it's essential and nice to have, but there are definitely downsides to it. Okay, let's finish this heckin' trial. I got like through like halfway and then I started getting cramps and I was like, okay, I'm about to die. So I had to end the stream in the middle of the trial. And I was so sad too because that stream was so fun. What happened? Dude, I was not paying attention. Last stream was so crazy. What even? It was like I was on crack. I was like, what happened? I don't know. I feel like I was on coke. I was like so crazy and I was not paying attention. Even though I was playing it and I was like reading all of it and listening, it was just not sticking in my head. And like every 2 seconds I was like screaming into the mic. I don't know why. Like the stream was so fun and so funny, but not because of the game. Like it was literally just chat. Like I was not paying attention. Okay, so what happened so far was we found out it's a suicide. Actually, I don't know if it was confirmed. It's probably a suicide. Or not Kazuichi, what's his name? Nagito? It was this... What? Wait, what? No? Wasn't it confirmed that it was a suicide? Nagito. He's a Nagito. They said it wasn't a suicide. Wait, why? I don't remember. Okay, so they thought it was for a while. Oh yeah, and then I was like, no, it can't be a suicide because they can't know that early in the trial. I mean, buy a Foxy plushie. I want to. Because of the fire cans and the poison. Yeah, but I thought that they realized that Nagito did that because the poison was in his own fridge. 4K points waiting. Okay, I'll get it soon. I will do that. He knew we were... So... Oh! Wait. Okay, so he put the poison into the fire grenades, and they threw them. So they all killed him?
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Oh, he only did it of one. So, wait! One of them did it and they don't know who? Oh my god.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Wait.
When I first discovered those fire grenades,
It could be
I tried
any
to
of
study
them.
a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You're lying, Sonia.
You just have to
What
peel off
grenades?
that seal and swap the inside,
The grenades, so like the grenades were fire extinguisher grenades. Like they had fire extinguisher stuff in them and you throw them at the fire. So they all got those and threw them at the fire, but Nagito put poisonous gas inside of them apparently. So one of them, or he put poisonous gas into one of them. So one of them threw one with poison in it. So one of them poisoned Nagito, I guess.
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
What?
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
So,
Hajime, could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
oh my god.
Seriously? That's impossible.
I don't even know the story at this point. Understandable.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Dun dun dun. Oh, because we found one under his bed. We found the The seal at the top, at the thing for the thing, and we found that under his bed.
Prove it with this.
The thing! See, I was paying
We found
attention.
this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
I completely understand what's going on.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
It's not a piece of trash for you, Hiko.
No, that is not just a piece of trash.
Exactly, Sonia.
The seal I saw on that fire
Sonia
grenade
knows
matched
what's
this.
up.
It is the same aluminum.
So who had the
Found
unsealed
aluminum
one?
seal under Nagito's bed?
Own up to it.
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a
Just
gas
you
mask,
laughing, Dolphin
blood,
wanting you to
and
play,
blood.
and me and the other guy making fun of it all. That is so accurate. It was Elaine and who was the other person? Elaine and the other person distracting me. Dolphin punching the air and me just screaming.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right?
No, wrong.
So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide.
Wrong,
Enough
Kazuichi.
already.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same.
It was a 3-word
Nagito
user.
committed suicide. End
I don't
of
remember.
story.
Ooh. Oh,
I
it
admit
was
that
try
there wasn't
again,
an
please.
accomplice.
That's who it
That
was.
was just my misunderstanding. You're right.
Had a T in
In
it?
actuality,
It did,
the
yes.
truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide. No, it's not.
It's not.
Chiaki?
Chiaki, how do you know?
But I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison.
Yes.
So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
Monokuma wouldn't let us in
Horrifying
because that's
truth?
when the poison was in there.
It probably happened at the same time.
Pizzeria Simulator. I also want to do... The moment the fire grenades were brought and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same. When the sprinklers activated?
Crap!
Nope. Nope. I was just kidding, guys. That was just a joke. When we threw the grenades.
See,
I knew that.
are you
I knew
saying
that all along.
was
I
when
was
we
just
all threw
messing
the
with
fire
you
grenades?
guys.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, doy. I thought we already figured that
And
out.
we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse.
Such a joker.
The
It's
poison
not
was
even me,
cold,
guys.
And it converted to poison gas
I'm
and
doing
killed
a
Nagito.
cosplay of Emmy. It's not even
If
me.
that is true,
I'm
then
someone
the
else.
person who brought the poison,
Emmy
that's what it
cosplay.
was.
Does anyone have Pokemon Silver?
What the
No.
heck?
I
One of
played
us
Leaf
threw
Green.
The poison grenade that killed Nagito.
Leaf Green is the best Pokemon game.
Hold on a sec. The Nagito was. It would mean he didn't kill
You're
himself.
catfish. I don't know if I told you guys, but I've been obsessed with that show. I cannot stop watching
So
Catfish.
yourself. You
It's
said
so
Nagito
good.
committed Suicide.
This game has such intense vibes. I know.
You mean who's the actual
It is so
killer, right?
intense. It's so good.
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
It was Chiaki. One of us. One of us. I thought it was Nagito. Monokuma?
Crap!
Nope. Not one of us. I thought it was not.
I see.
Oh. What? Why are they realizing things that I
It's
already
Nagito,
knew?
Obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Then who
That's
set
what
the
I'm
warehouse
saying.
fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Who set the warehouse fire? Nagito?
see.
I thought we knew this. I'm so
also not-
confused.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
Yeah.
The next question was
Yeah,
my last.
Chiaki.
Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Because to die? Because to do a die? To make someone throw the poison.
I see.
Dun dun dun!
Don't tell me.
Dun dun dun!
He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out?
Wow.
Why'd he do that?
It was a trap,
So,
A trap?
what was the point?
preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was
You're just
all a trap
recapping it?
to make
Okay.
one of us throw the poison grenade.
Okay, I guess.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
We already knew this, Chiaki.
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
I hope it's
This
not
wasn't an intentional
Fuyuhiko.
murder. This was a murder that
If
Nagito
it's
forced someone to do.
Fuyuhiko, I will cry. I won't hesitate
And for that
to
reason,
cry.
he put the fire
Wait, what if
grenade that
it's
he filled
me?
with poison with the other grenades.
What if I threw the grenade?
Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
It could be me. That'd be so cool if it was me. That'd be such a twist.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him? To
Wow.
do that,
Hajime and
he set a trap
Fuyuhiko
to
would
force
never
someone
kill.
to
I
him.
know. That's why it would be so sad if it was one of
The
them.
poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
If it's, I hope that it's Chiaki,
All
Kazuichi,
the
or
fire
Sonia,
grenades
because I don't
through
care
the
about them.
curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that,
It can't, because when you
Nagito
lose, you get
laid
voted up.
himself on the floor.
But we
He
could
was able to breathe in
could
the dense poison.
switch point of views into a different character because we've done that earlier in the game. We switched into Nagito's body earlier
Hold on.
and played it through
If
his
that's
point of view.
true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even
True.
So, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right. Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison.
Then what was the point of the spear?
That was his trap all along.
My baby
Even the
Chiaki.
wounds all over his body.
Chiaki's
It was
pretty
all to
great.
mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve.
Why would you do this,
He
Nagito?
wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't
Stop
be solved
punching
with
me.
educated guesses.
So this is pretty good,
Expected
right?
that his fake
Naughty
suicide
toe.
would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved
So
is
it's a
destined to be
fake
solved in the end.
suicide. Wow.
However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries,
We
and
can
bolster
solve
your
it.
hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces.
We can do it.
For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades.
Yeah, it is your fault, Sonia.
I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not. It's so.
What should we...
It's impossible.
It's not impossible. Oh my god, make me tweet.
Nagito
What do you want
wanted
me to
create a
tweet?
scenario where we couldn't make a decision.
Nothing too
That's why we're at an
sus.
impasse.
Burger from McDonald's.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is.
Burger from
That's right.
McDonald's.
There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with look just as surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't
Okay.
that right?
Oh no, I need to pay attention.
No, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever.
Burger from McDonald's.
I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia.
Ooh,
And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
that's creepy, Monokuma.
Stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? You're so chill. I mean, how can you have such an awful
McDonald's.
So, of course this trial
Why is that
still
so
counts.
funny?
Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says.
What is
How
she
the hell
doing?
are we supposed to do
Drugs.
that?
Is giving up all we can do? No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though
It's
just-
impossible.
It's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think. Really?
So way.
Hey.
I mean, he
is
doesn't
it
even know
all
what a
right
drug
if we
is.
look at
What's a
Nagito's
drug?
crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct.
Wait, what did she say? I read it, but I didn't understand it.
Please.
What? Doesn't mean the trial's over yet. What? Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it. What? Even if it leads to despair. Closing argument. Oh, this part. Oh god. Okay. So, first off, he put the poison in the... Nope, that's not... Okay. First off, he... Okay. What was inside Nagito? Okay, that's not... Right before switching the poison... He... Okay, so... So he, Nope. Just kidding. I was kidding, guys. Gosh. I was just kidding around. Okay. Nagito's message. Oh my god. I did so good at the last 2 times I had to do this. Okay, I don't have this one. Right before switching the poison, you put on the gas mask? Okay, I don't have that one. What was placed inside the break room? The bottles? What's beyond the Monokuma panel? I don't know. Soul body was yeah! Okay. Did he support the spear? This? Yeah! Okay. In order to hurt himself... I don't know. Leo popped up the knife with nope. Then he went to the warehouse. Yeah! We got this. This one is hard. No, 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 we got this. He propped up the knife with the Monokuma bear. Poison shattered. Yeah! What made the spear fall? Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. In order to hurt himself... Nope. Oops, I let go of the cord. Should go here? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, that's full, that one's full. Stabby. Fire grenades. Jolteon or Vaporeon? Maybe... I don't know, honestly, the evolution thing, I'm not like a huge fan of evolutions just because I'm so indecisive. Like, I can never decide on which one I like. I like Espeon though. But like, between the fire, the water, and the electric evolutions, I'm just like, I don't know, I can't decide. What was inside Nagito's refrigerator? Poison. Oh my god, there's this! 11 months! Thank you for the sub! Oh my god. Oh my god, it's almost a year. Wait, what? Oh yeah! It has almost been a year. Oh my god, we just got a raid. Thank you for the raid! Lethal Bug. Oh, that is such a cool name. Y'all have a good stream? Thank you! I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming? Oh, thank you for shouting them out, Glow. Lethal Bug. That is such a cool username. Okay, behind the okay, I'm gonna run out of time to do this. Okay, those are all full, so... What's beyond the Monokuma panel? I don't know. Remove the lid. Yeah! Oh, my camera's still. Stream some Scribble.io. Oh, I like that game. Nice, nice. Sounds like fun. Love your chair. Thank you! The bunny ears broke. Bunny ears broke, so I can't wear them anymore. Oh, the lighter was behind it? Oh, okay, okay. We got this. Poison. No, wait. Put the duct tape.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Oh my god!
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim.
50
Nagito
subs!
Komae.
Oh my god! Xerxes! Oh my god!
He kept a specific item inside his car.
Thank you! Oh my god!
Monokuma's special poison.
A pogger in chat. We got a pogger in the chat. Oh my gosh. Yo, I got my sub back. Yay!
Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base.
Xerxes, thank you. I don't know what to
Nagito
say.
swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took
That
from
is
the
so
push-away
much.
bedroom with that poison.
Thank you.
When he did that,
And then
a
another
specific item
one.
was left as evidence.
Oh my
The blue
god.
aluminum seal on the
Thank
grenade.
you. Muddy your Muddy your
With that,
your
Nagito
thing is in
finished making the poison
Spanish.
fire grenade, took it with him to the
Muddy! Hi Muddy, how are you? Oh my god, oh that alert is gonna play 50 times. Oh my god, that one was
factory. The
delayed.
rest of the grenades in the break room.
What the heck? Yeah, that was super delayed. Oh my gosh, thank you.
The next morning, Nagito
Thank
appeared
you.
before us and declared
Okay, I
he
need
had bombed
to
someone.
make the alerts. I don't know how to make the alert not happen 50 times. I can now respond adequately to my own executions. Always here, all good. Hi, Muddy. Flirtish. Wow. Wow. Xerxes. Thank you. How do I make it stop the alerts? My old sub alert was just like I think it just said hello, like it was the little balloon boy, and it was like hello. Like that'd be fine if I played 50 times with this one. It's like so long. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. Wait, no, I can still hear it. Stream having a seizure. Oh my god. Thank you for the subs. Oh my gosh. Now we can't hear the game. The game is muted. The bop. Oh yeah, there's boppin' music. Okay. Okay, I got this. I got this, you guys. Don't worry, don't worry. I know how to do streamer things. I think I know how to be a streamer. After all this time, I should know. Don't worry, I got this, I think. Oh yeah, you guys can't hear the music. I'm like vibing to the music, but sorry, you guys can't hear it. I think I know how to do it. I don't know, maybe I don't. Okay, I lied. I don't know how to do stream things. We're just gonna listen to it.
First, he hung the spear that he took from the
SpongeBob!
castle from the ceiling girder.
SpongeBob! The Queen of Audio Problems is now a big streamer. Yeah, you guys, only OGs
He would tie
remember.
his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope.
Only OGs remember my original Twitch bio. It was Queen of Audio Problems. That was my first Twitch bio.
In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up.
I don't know what to put. Hello!
As he gripped the
I just
tip
got
of
to
the
the
rope
end of the
hanging over
4th
the ceiling
chapter.
girder with his left hand,
Nice. Oh, spoiler alert, we're on the
face
5th
up,
chapter.
just beneath the dangling spear.
Spoiler alert!
But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then he did something no one could have predicted.
Wait, this is Danganronpa2.
First,
Yes!
he covered his mouth with duct tape,
Spoilers!
and after making sure he was unable to scream,
Guys, don't get spoilers! Shield your eyes! Oh yeah, this is a big one too. Gotta go have a good stream. Thank
stabbed
you!
himself with
Thank
the knife
you!
multiple times in
This
his
is a
left arm
huge
for both
spoiler on the screen right here, so
Finally,
big spoiler. But we still don't know who did it.
he propped the knife on the plush sheet and slammed his
I feel like
right
there's
hand
so
onto the
many
grip.
sounds happening right now. And you know what?
He didn't just want us to think
That's
he was
okay,
tired. He also
because-
wanted us to think he'd been tortured.
Because we got 50 subs.
For
Like,
all this,
what?
Nagito never let go of the spear.
What?
His
50
plan still wasn't
sub.
over.
We hit
In
our
fact,
sub
it was
goal.
just about to begin.
I didn't have like a set thing for it though. I didn't have a sub goal thing.
Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory.
favorite
and found
color?
Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we
I
instantly
don't
made our way to the warehouse.
know. Maybe I like pink and blue.
That was part of Nagito's
I like
plan.
cotton candy colors. My favorite color is cotton
We
candy
opened the door
colors.
to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect.
Beep, 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 beep. Everyone always wants to spoil. Yeah, people have such a hard time not spoiling.
The panels fell one
This
after
takes so
another.
long. I know. Just tell me who the heckin' killer is. Emmy Beef Simp,
We
hello.
then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared.
Spoils. Oh my god.
Poison sank to the floor.
Now I know how the
instantly
game
vaporizing due to the
ends.
intense heat.
Might as well not even finish it. I love the
Poison gas quickly
SpongeBob
drifted to
is
the
on
curtain at the back of the warehouse,
SpongeBob
where
on
Nagito
replay.
was. Also, Monokuma's
Wow.
poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier
Thank
than
you
air
so
when
much,
vaporized.
Zercist.
That poison gas completely
Made
surrounded
my
the
day.
area
Today's
where
been such
Nagito
a
lay
great
face
day.
up on the floor.
That just topped it off. Thank you.
There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness.
Me and my family went to the farmer's market today.
Which
It was
caused
so
him to
fun.
let go of the rope in his left hand.
We went to the
Falling
farmer's
spirit plunged
market
into his stomach.
and we got mini donuts. And we went on a bike ride. We have these like electric bikes that are really fun.
This is
and
all
we
the
rode down
information
to the
related
beach.
Nagito's plan.
And that was really
His true
fun.
intention was to set one of us up as the killer.
It was a great day. I took pictures with
At this
Obi.
time,
Me and
we
Obi
still
did a
don't know who
photo
the killer
shoot.
is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
In every chapter, Nagito's the first suspect. Really?
Conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the
And
killer's
even
identity-
in his own trial, he was the first suspect. So who did the murder?
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
Who did the
How
murder?
about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer
Friends?
is?
It's gonna be stuck in your head forever. When I'm like 90, this is gonna be playing in my head as I'm falling asleep. Actually, I will never be 90
What Hajime said
because
is
a
probably
psychic
true.
told me that I'll live to be
That's part of the
83.
reason why I thought it was a little strange.
So, I'll never be
Was
90.
Nagito
I'll only be 83 and then I'll
who
die.
he was?
It might have been 82.
He said this to us earlier.
Actually, yeah, it was 82. It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. Amy dies at 81. Liar! I'm like on my deathbed at 81 and I'm just like, she lied to me.
That feeling of belief is at the
She
heart of
was
his
way
trip.
off.
He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames.
So die in
He
1982?
believed we'd fall into his trap.
What?
By believing in us,
Do you mean
Nagito put his
2082?
life-threatening plan into effect.
What? I'm not in the past.
Believe.
I'm not aging backwards.
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
Try the traitor.
I want you to try to remember what that is.
Hope, despair, traitor. His talent.
See,
He believed that with luck, the traitor would pick up the right one.
the ultimate lucky student.
Friend. Just friend. Time we spend together, more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. It's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in.
Tell
was
me
time
when
to
it's
tell.
punishment time. How do we tell you when it's
It's
punishment?
not so strange, really.
Do you want me to just
Most
yell?
of us here have
It's
been relying on the same
punishment
thing."
time! Wait.
But in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
Muddy! Muddy
The
got
same thing happened when
sub.
we cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Who is the killer? We don't know yet. We're trying to figure that out. It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Hi, I'm on screen. You're famous, Muddy. It's a game where you load one bullet. Okay, we know what Russian roulette is. He did it with 5 out of 6 bullets instead of 1 out of 6. I'm famous. Do you want to be famous? Go to bigfollows.com. Click this link to become famous. I clicked that link. When I had 0 viewers, I clicked that link and now I'm at, I don't even know how many viewers I have right now. Teru! What a memory. What is your guess? Well, I don't know. It could be anyone, but I feel like it's Chiaki. Lesbian Gummy Bear. Thank you for following. I like your username. The alerts are gone. Thank you so much, Xerxes, for the subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was definitely worth all of the alerts.
Anything to do with the case this time, right?
Why did you bonk me?
I just
It
thought
was worth the. That is like so many. You did not have to do that. Thank you. That was insane.
he factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck. No.
What?
There's no way. I mean,
This is Nagito we're talking about.
What
What
did
did he do?
No. He wasn't just after anybody.
He was after the
He
traitor.
probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The
The
traitor.
target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student. And incorporated
The
that
ultimate
luck into the
spoiler.
plan.
They get their own death timer spoiled.
As long as he had his luck,
It's 10
he
seconds. They
believed
look
the
around
target
desperately
he
for a way
was
to
after would
escape.
pick up the
They
fire
run around a
grenade.
pitch black room looking for a way out. When 3 seconds on the clock, the exit opens where
left
they
his plan
woke
to
up in a
rot?
room. They tried running to it, but it's too late. The room walls quickly crushing them
He
into a bloody
probably
puddle.
risked
Oh
his
my
life
god.
just
Their
so
own
his
death
ultimate
gets
luck
spoiled
could
to them.
decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
The more subs they get gifted, the longer I will shut up for. Everybody gift subs so he'll shut up. No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. The traitor!
That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
That's what happens if you split. I mean,
He
sad.
relied on his luck to weed out the traitor.
Sad?
Nagito didn't know who
What's
the traitor
sad?
was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then
I think
what he said in his video message.
the traitor is Chiaki. It won't work with any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor student handbook. And that's why Chiaki scanned her handbook. Because she's the traitor. Yep, that's what happened. I was a little annoyed that they never came forward. Oh wait, they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
So that means it wasn't
That's probably
Chiaki.
true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Is that a printer printing out noodles? Its purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the end. Wait, I just realized. Wait. Guys, look at Monami. Oh, you can't even see her, can you? Oh, she's behind my screen. But Monami's not being hung up. The reason this took so damn long, was it
But
really
if he
because we
just
didn't believe in
wanted
him?
to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're
I
all
need
in
to
a
say
huge
Chiaki
bind
is the
'cause of
traitor
that.
out loud. Chiaki
It
is
means
the
he
killer.
wants us
I'm
to beat the
confident.
traitor.
It's gotta be.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair.
Does that mean yes or
That's
no?
something he'd say.
I think that she is. Look, she's not being hung up.
You've got something
She's
you
not
wanna
hung.
say, but you
Every single
just
trial
keep
she's been hung
your
up except
mouth
this one.
shut.
And that concludes my argument.
It's just a bonk.
Nagito's
Chiaki is
plan
the
was to
traitor.
make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
That was sus. Chiaki is the traitor. He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. Sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but
The only thing we can do is believe.
we have a scary link in
We
the
don't.
chat.
Can we just be relying on our luck when we cast our
Chiaki
vote?
is the bonk.
But even if we do believe,
Will I
what
be
should we do?
famous if I click on the link?
I mean, if we don't know who the target
Just click on
is,
it and you're just instantly
way we can
famous
even
like the
vote.
second you click on it.
You are absolutely right.
It's
It's hard to
Chiaki!
think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
It's Chiaki!
If
Well, now I
By
don't think it's
chance.
Chiaki.
the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting
Oh, my
so
coworker
reckless?
sent me a message.
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because
Despair.
they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki is carrying this whole trial.
Chiaki?
That is true.
What's wrong, Chiaki?
But I feel like that's her way of
Hold it
admitting it.
yourself.
She's coming clean.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want
Guess!
us to guess?
No!
Yeah, I want you to guess.
That is sus.
What?
That is
What
sus.
does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
Myself?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Me?
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Is she implying that I'm
Who
the
do you
traitor?
think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
I think it's me. Should I click on myself? Should I click on myself or Chiaki? Wait, I don't know if it's me or Chiaki. It could be either of us. It has to be one of the two. It has to be either me or Chiaki. But he's crying, so I feel like it's me. No! How do you know you're the traitor? I just feel like it's me because Hajime kind of, or not Hajime, Nagito kind of implied that it's me. He was like, it was a lot earlier in the game. I think it was last chapter, or maybe it was the beginning of this chapter, but he was like talking about a game where you play as the killer or something, or like you're the villain the whole time, and I was like, is he saying that I'm the traitor? So I feel like Nagito knew that it was me. But it could also be... Does that mean I was wrong? Dang it. I wanted it to be me. Is it Chiaki? Okay. Okay. But something is sus about me.
You? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please!
Wait! Why did you bonk me? I was right. Why did you bonk me?
You totally guessed right. Just as
Okay.
expected. Yep,
You're a
correct.
sussy baka. But... I was sad. Why? Chiaki... Okay. Yeah. Chiaki... I didn't do the, what's it called? I didn't do the free time, so I don't know that much about Chiaki. I don't know her backstory or anything. But, why... Don't bonk me! Why did Nagito imply that it was me? I thought like the whole game that I was a traitor.
I'm the
Stop
traitor.
bonking me! I didn't do anything!
The agent sent by the
I didn't
Future
do
Foundation
anything
to hide
bad!
me all is me.
Among. She hid among us. Why? Don't bonk me. I'll bonk you guys back. I don't know how to bonk you back. Oh wait, yeah I do.
Are you being serious right now?
Where's the bonk? There. That's for all of you.
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
You must be joking.
I'm
Shut up,
sorry.
Sonia.
It's the
I wish
truth.
that Sonia was the traitor.
What are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked.
So she knew all along.
After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki.
It's
being
Sonia.
a traitor,
I wish it was
being a member
Sonia.
of That horrifying Future Foundation. That is obviously a lie.
Please, wait.
I'm gonna lurk here. Oh, hi Val! Thank you!
I think it is.
He just guessed it was
We're
Hajime?
talking to Chiaki.
But,
I have nothing more
wouldn't
to
the
say,
ultimate lucky student be right if he guessed?
because we already know the killer's true identity.
I mean, he's
So the
human.
only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on. We're not satisfied yet.
Are you
If
sure?
you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that
Dun,
will help
dun,
us
dun.
understand.
I need to pay attention.
We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier. Chiaki.
Wait! Wait! What if she's not
You're
the
really
traitor
Why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
and she's just covering up for me?
Weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
I think it's me.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Emmy is a bunny girl. Yeah, I
Hey,
am.
Hajime, can you do me a small favor?
Favor?
No.
Me?
No favors.
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
No. Okay.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
He's crying.
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult.
Punishment time?
That's
Not
right.
yet.
The only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you.
This is the best chapter.
There's no way I can do that.
Hajime, just do
I'm
it
very
anyway.
Sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was
Aw.
just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all. 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
I knew it. It's me.
Too bad.
It's
I'm
me.
not part of the same group as that girl.
It's
I
me.
don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone.
And why isn't Monami
Friends.
swinging from the ceiling?
That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're
Oh.
going to listen to my request.
So she is the traitor. This is a roller coaster of
Chiaki
emotions.
isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami, don't say that. Panic talk action. Oh god. Oh, not this. Oh crap. How am I missing it? Wait, how do I play? Oh my.
I won't let you.
Ah!
Let's all get along.
Why is it so hard?
And mix.
Oh my god, oh my god.
I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you.
Why isn't it letting me reload?
Burst open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade. Hajime, you stupid face.
What? Oh, it's doing. Okay. I thought I died.
Let's all get along.
Go, 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 go!
I won't let you. Let's all get along. Burst open and mix.
Go, 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 go!
I can't
Go, go!
lose.
Go, go!
Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you.
I won't let you.
Chiaki and I
Monami,
aren't best friends.
Monami's notebook.
This is
I did that. Look how much health I have. Look how much health I have. I was so close to dying. Monami's
Investigated
notebook.
Nagito's cottage. I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it.
Oh,
That's
it was
your notebook,
Chiaki that
right?
was writing
The one
it.
Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell
He's
me.
so cute.
Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook!
It's gonna be me. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monomi's diary?
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either.
My phone's at 1 HP. Mine too, probably. Oh, mine's at 10 HP.
No?
It took me this long. I finally understand.
The truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. I just wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. It's me! It's me. The traitor is me! Now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monomi's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Chiaki!
Someone connected to Monami.
Oh.
Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report
I keep
that the
switching
traitor was
from
sending
myself to
Monami?
Chiaki.
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Oh, Chiaki. When I went to the final dead room. So it is Chiaki.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
We've been in. Oh. Chiaki tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because nobody believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that. That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all?
Miss Sonia.
Everyone's favorite trial? So far, this one.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That...
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
With an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. She took her handbook out of her pocket. And without hesitating, she swiped the card reader. I knew it! I knew that's why she did it, because she was the traitor.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake. That must be a mistake. Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it. I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor. There is...
Shut up, Sonia. I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but...
Then nobody will be saved.
It's voting time! Oh. Okay.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
Yes, she is, you dum-dum.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew... Me, when I tried to detonate it.
That's not it.
Bam! First try. Let's go.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it wasn't.
Bam! Bam!
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real.
Boom. Boom.
You
Bam.
said so yourself.
Bada bop boom. Pow. Oh!
Is that true? Miss Sonia?
Why is Emmy always so happy to accuse my face?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
All I care about is
Since
Fat
I've been found
Byakuya,
out, I'll
and
just confess.
I was sad about
The
Nagito.
reason I couldn't tell anyone
I'm
I
okay. I'm
knew
sad
the
about
bomb was
Chiaki.
fake was because
Gundam?
if I had said that,
Gundam, I honestly, I wasn't that sad.
I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I'm gonna get bonked for
I
that.
do not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore.
Do I have to do
I'm
the
so
sword
very
fight
tired
thing?
of doubting people.
Not even for the hamsters? I was sad for the hamsters.
Just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor.
Oh my god, Sonia, no one cares what you think. Just let us vote. Sonia being dumb, not gonna lie. Exactly. No, I have to sword fight her just because she disagrees. I don't care if she disagrees, honestly. Like, we already know.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
Bam, 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 bam.
That counts as
Bam,
evidence.
bam, bam, bam.
I should be doubted too.
Oops.
After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
I ran out of cuts. Kick Sonia out. Sonia's sus.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake. that does
Jeez,
not
it
prove
takes
Chiaki is the
so many
traitor.
cuts.
If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
How do I not run out? Also, which sword do I
Even
use?
if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
Oh, is that how I do it?
If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
I can't back down.
Ah! Oh, I usually lose that part. It
Knowing
happens
was a
so
fake isn't the
suddenly.
problem. What matters is who told her.
Yeah.
What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami
Who?
who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Monokuma!
Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's no mistake.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
Oh, I did it. No one clip links treehouse money.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake.
I know. Why do clip links
But
have random
Monokuma
words
shouldn't
in
have told
them?
anyone either.
I always wonder that. Treehouse money eyes P. Where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs are all fakes. You gotta watch that? Oh no. Oh wait. Is it my mic cutting out? Is that what the clip is? I have a feeling. Bam. Bam. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah. Bada bop boom. Pow. Why is Emmy always so happy to see his face? Okay, good. My mic didn't cut out. I forgot I said that. Every time I say something on stream, I immediately forget that I said it like 5 seconds later. Just slowly goes. Ah.
That Monokuma may have just been lying.
No,
You know why
Monokuma
it
doesn't
sounds like this.
lie.
You already know that.
Hajime, going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
Yes.
Not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Telling us to trust
But
his
didn't
luck? Are you telling
Sonia
us to
stop being
entrust our
dumb?
lives to that
But didn't
bastard?
didn't
There's no way I
Chiaki
can
admit
believe
to
in
being the
Nagito.
traitor, or did she not?
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito.
She did.
We have to believe in Chiaki.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She said that she was, and they're like,
Doesn't matter who the traitor is.
we have to
Even
believe her,
Chiaki
but
is
they're
the
not
traitor.
believing that she
That's
said
not
she
the
was a
Chiaki I
traitor.
know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki
Sonia
is saying she wants to
sucks.
protect us with her life.
Every trial,
So
Sonia's
the
like,
only thing we can do is believe
no,
her.
they're
If we
not the
don't,
killer.
Nobody's going to be saved.
It can't be. And I'm like, Sonia, just
Damn it.
shut up.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before.
R.I.P.
Unlike
Chiaki.
before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Aww.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you?
Shut up, Sonia.
That is just too cruel.
Hi. Thank you for following.
Chiaki! Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want
The
to
only
protect
trial she didn't do
everyone
that
by
was the
any
second when
means.
she was like, it's sparkling justice. Yeah.
I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong.
Okay, Monami.
However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
Monokuma's
No.
little pink cheek.
It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me and cast your vote.
Ah.
Damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
It's voting time! What is that clip? Hi? C, what? I deserve an A. It's not fair. I feel like the same as everyone else. Watch it defend. Wait, I think it... Oh, no. Ugh. C is for cookie. C is for cookie. Most of all, I'm ashamed. But, even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And, okay, shut up, Hajime. Oh, it's gonna be Chiaki. Chiaki Namani. Nanami. Nanami?
Even so.
Got an ad because I watched the clip. RIP. Chiaki. She was the traitor. And she knew she was the traitor the whole time. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the results. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Kameyada's killer is... Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact Chiaki was a traitor? The fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck? Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
I don't believe it, though.
What?
That is...
Cannot believe it, even though I don't want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
Because...
I couldn't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray.
Well,
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I'll never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
well,
Kamyata? Is that Hajime's last name? Is that how you say it? Did you like Chiaki? I did. Yeah, I like Chiaki. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're not just gonna answer, right? Like if we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. You'll always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize. Aww, that was nice.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was it really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange?
So...
We nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor.
Yes, indeed.
You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor, and to kill everyone else besides the traitor. Really, Nagito? Kill everyone else besides the traitor? That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Of all of to form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted? It's okay.
Well,
It's not just Nagito's fault. And if the circumstances had been different, he probably would have taken things so far. Oh my god, I can't read. Kazuichi Juice.
Chucky.
You really are a kind-hearted person. You think so? I wonder where you got your personality from.
perhaps...
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey, come on now.
Our big brother? Wait. Is Chiaki and Monami's sisters? Wait, what?
Can't lose.
Cannot lose to Chiaki, just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know it's a fight I cannot win. I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate? Aww.
We'll no longer let you do as you please.
So cute.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
Oh my god, did they just die? She's self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What is going on? Monokuma, like, died.
No.
Oh. A new one fucking came out! Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet. Hey, wait!
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Oh my god. Monami!
Hey, hey.
Not yet. Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive
Of course, I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I'll be the one to protect my students. I'll protect them with my life. Monami, you... Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once. How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the power of 60. What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Jump ahead. That's 10 to the 60th power. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cereal bowl? Hello, I am a random person. I saw Danganronpa, so I just joined. Hello, I like your username. What's your favorite cereal? Personally, I've been really enjoying honeycombs as of recently. They are pretty good. After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit. Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? Oh, they are clones. They aren't stuffed animals. Golden Grams and Cheerios. Nice. Nice. While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly being created. In the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic.
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something. I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking.
You're lactose? I use almond milk. Do you use almond milk?
So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement?
Do you have the third Danganronpa game? Not yet. I think I'm gonna after this game, I'm gonna take a little break from Danganronpa and then come back and do the other Danganronpa games. I think that's what I decided I'm gonna do. I do use almond milk. Hey, almond milk is the best. How many Monomis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th power? You don't have to say anything, I know. Let's see, you just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I'm the conqueror of the new world. I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami.
Aw,
Well,
it's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in them. Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Almond milk, more like juiced nuts? At a time like this, Emmy Beef Simp, really? At a time like this, Chiaki is about to die, and you're saying juiced nuts in the chat. Disrespect.
Damn it.
Hi! Oh, Cereal Bowl, thank you for following.
Please listen.
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations. That's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Hold on, just a little bit more time. To wait or not to wait, that's the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you'd know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
The Ultimate
Special
Gamer!
bleeding service.
For Monami too!
Huh?
No! Even Monami?
Hmm.
It's a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. Also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Also, I remember now. I'm an only
Sorry.
child.
That is...
What is that?
Hmm.
It's okay. Wait, why did she say what is that? Does she not know what an only child is? It's punishment time! This is the coolest execution. A video game execution. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys,
Aw.
I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Aw.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life.
That is very wise, Monami.
Love, love.
Love, love. Oh, no. That's so sad. They're both so nice. Aw. They're so cute. And now they're gonna die.
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you.
Aww.
It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
No, Monami. I didn't think Monami would die. Or Chiaki.
Let's give it everything we've
I thought Chiaki would make it to the
It's
end.
punishment time!
Are they gonna be punished in the same punishment, or do they get two separate ones? Oof. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's all of the Monamis. No! She really is gonna die. Oh my god, a tank? Is that necessary? He's gonna play a game? No, this is so messed up. Aw, they just have to stand there while they die. She's gonna try and escape? No, it's not gonna work, Chiaki. Aww. Tetris! No! Killed by Tetris! Oh my god. Get out of there! Get out of there! No! No! She did. She did a die. Oh, and then it exploded. She got squished. There's only 5 of us left? Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. Aw. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, Chiaki vanished before my eyes, and I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, she would have been comforted a little. As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe
As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the chess trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
Not only was she the traitor, but she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
What does that mean?
Hmm.
Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all of the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
We can leave the island?
I shall now present.
With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up till now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you all for your hard work. Are you really okay with that?
Hmm?
What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it. What are you saying? If Mr. Monokuma changes his mind... Also, you said you 5, like you're emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you said it's the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool.
You need 6 people for a volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
no.
Well, you just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. When it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles. Toilet bubbles?
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
A new world? Don't go saying shit like that all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I wish Gundam and Nekomaru survived. I know. I wish they all could have, except for Teruteru. Monokuma's boisterous laugh carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going, forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really gonna end? What is everything anyway? How much is everything? If we leave the island, is everything gonna end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that. If we were really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? But we never went into the abandoned ancient ruin. That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. 8 hours left. I started crying because of Monami and Monami's words were always, oh, Monami and Chiaki. Yeah, that was really sad. All the deaths in this game were way sadder than the first game. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. I feel like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. Suddenly, I couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! Danganronpa 3 will get you? What? It's sadder than number 2? I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the Why is it? Oh my god! It's Doki Doki Literature Club all over again. I rushed out of the cottage to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage. Why did that happen? When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Am I in a dream? Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean? Remember Nagito's message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well,
Apparently there was more to that message inside that laptop.
yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? What's happening? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as his will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. Why is she alive? I just watched her get smashed by a Tetris block. I watched the block kill her in Tetris. Why is she alive? What is going on here? My Twitch broke, I had to go on a different computer. Oh my god. Okay, now Chiaki's gone. Hey, you're late. Is it true Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it when I stopped by the factory. With Gundam's hamster?
Listen well.
Wait. What is... Wait. What is he doing here? A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of Casualty guiding you. Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I would never allowed that.
Damn right.
I think he's dreaming. What the hoinky doinky? What the hoinky doinky is going on here? Anyway, let's hurry up and play it. What the heck? I wonder who's watching this message. Oh, he's reading it. Okay, I guess he's not. Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like the way it ended the way I hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it was just as Monokuma said. So he really set up the traitor as the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial? Why would he do that? Not Fat Byakuya! It's too soon. It's too soon. Literally the first one who died. It's too soon. Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Byaku, yeah! This is Doki Doki. I know! But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
How unfortunate.
then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm gonna speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took the action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... No! Tell us! Tell me! Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. Why won't you tell me, Nagito? And so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take that action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. But now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all of your hopes. But only so he can lead to your unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma is trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Bro! Bro! Come on, just say it! Geez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How did they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nizumi Castle. Leon! It's 11037! Ah! Normally, you would need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami, but that has nothing to do with me. You guys will think you're not gonna die or something. Stop it, don't. You guys still think you're not gonna die? Wait. So we're all gonna die? I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. I knew it the whole time! I knew it the whole time! They're so stupid! That's the password that was written in Nizumi Castle. You have to use that to enter the specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell the others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me. Please call me the ultimate hope. This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. Mahiru! What is she doing here? That's the password to enter that ancient ruin. You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Why are they not questioning all of the dead people that are alive? What timeline is this? I'm so confused. Nagito had a stroke every 10 seconds, I know. Okay, so I guess we're going to the ancient ruin? Oh my god. I think I'm having a stroke now. Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry. Okay, I'm trying. Why is it snowing? Why is it snowing? Where even am I? Okay, wait. I need to go here. Okay. Oh my god, the water is blood. The water is blood. They're hallucinations? Maybe. Somehow this is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? Nekomaru! There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. Oh my god, I totally forgot about Mikan. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills. Wait, that's what Monokuma says. Wait. That was a little sus, Mikan. Not gonna lie. Don't forget about the spills. If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware with me?
Dumbass.
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around. It's gonna be alright. You don't have to worry. I'll protect my young master. Oh, they're back together. Because she's alive now. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that the hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Oink, 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 oink.
What?
What was that? I told her you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my
I'm gonna
family.
kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please? Yeah, I know. Why is everybody alive? 11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. I don't think that's true, but okay. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. Why is it so glitchy?
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? What's wrong? What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is this the one from the first game? I don't know. It looks different though. But I guess it has to be. I don't know. This world. Are we inside of a video game? Oh my god, the timer is going off. Oh my god! Are we in a video game? I think we're in a video game. But like, why? Why though? Surviving students 5. So sad. To be imagine if the game ended there. I would be so mad if there were only 5 chapters. I would be so mad. Oh, I got a bunny backpack. Or a cat backpack. It's so cute. Alright, thank you guys for being here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep going. I can't end. I can't end. My pet? Oh my god, I need to check on my pet. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking side to side. It was shaking quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I would get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities wouldn't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of that dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, right, that's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. What are your ships in the game? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I have any. Maybe like Kyoko and Makoto, because that's like the obvious one from the first game. I don't know. I ship myself with Byakuya. Chiaki and me. Me and Byakuya. How should I... Oops, I skipped it. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Kamiyata. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So to share a room with someone like that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Even I possess... Wait, am I Makoto right now? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? But that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Sorry, I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of those bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. What? You ship Hajime and Nagito, Dolphin? Okay. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had very high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do, now that you've ended up like this? There's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It's now my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then will I be able to see her again? What's happening? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Hate? Then explain your hand. Aw, this? The end of that bandage? Why does he have... Oh, you can't see it. It's covered by the chat. Hold on. Why does he have red nails? Why does he have red nails? This game, bro. This game. This game. What is happening? This is a woman's hand, right? Ha 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 ha. Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I've successfully become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. See, so you've salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Huh. Ha 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 ha. Ah, look at the window. We're finally here. What is happening? You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's gonna happen on that island once we get there. What's gonna happen? I can already predict what'll happen. Huh? I already know because I'm loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I won't be able to participate in what lies ahead. I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Bro, what? Chapter 0, heading to the... Oh! Heading to the school trip. So that was a... What's it called? Prequel. That was like... What? But did he have that hand the whole time? I don't remember him having that girl's hand. What is this? What? It's a door. There's a door. A door? Bro, why is a door here? Bro, how many times do you have to mention the door? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Maybe through the door. Oh my god. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And then I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground. But then, why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Triggered.
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay,
Squares.
well then.
Squares.
Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all.
Graduation exam.
So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Huh? Did he just say what I think he just said? He definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Oh my god. Oh my god. Old building, first floor. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place Hope's Peak Academy? Oh my god. He's asking the same questions over and over. It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go. Hey, it's the same. Eyeball. This is scary. I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not gonna cower away anymore. I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. I don't know how you're so quiet. I was screaming. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium. Okay, good.
Damn right.
I was getting scared. Yo, Hajime. You heard the announcement and came here too, right? You guys did too?
What's going on?
What do you make of all of this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something? That cannot be possible.
Well,
You're right.
yeah.
Any way you look at it, it's impossible. How does it feel to return to a long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
Why, you.
Where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time? What a shock. I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy.
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. What's left of it, anyway? What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that? I don't believe it. Of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went through all this trouble to bring you Hope's Peak Academy and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
It's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone?
Don't fuck with me.
Enough with this bullshit, just spit it out already! Where do you take us, you bastard? Though I'm not certain of my memories, I believe we've entered the ancient ruin and...
In other words,
It means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door and to the... Wait. I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ancient ruin and the inside of the ruin. What? Excuse me? What do you mean between? What do you mean made?
what's this?
Are your minds getting grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way.
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then, what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally gonna graduate.
are you sure?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. So I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Oh, it's like the last game. Oh my god! Oh my god. I forgot about that. In the first game, they gave us a decision if we wanted to stay there forever or leave. And if you actually can stay there forever or you can leave. We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No, no, no.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. The main what now? Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. The guest of what now? Enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I've dispersed all of the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all of the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. As usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Hello, I love cats. How are you? Do you have a cat? What's going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey.
We're not guest, you dummy stupid head, Monokuma. Oogie Oogie, did you not play this game? That's impossible,
What are you
right?
saying?
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There's no way for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just nobody from the reserve course who had never had a talent to begin with. Nobody who could forget he was a nobody. That's all. If I'm really a nobody, then you should have left me alone. Why did I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen?
Hey, bastard.
Now's not the time to zone out. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it.
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna get solved. Is that what it means?
Hey.
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not the World Ender? We're really tricked by Monokuma?
However,
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
damn it.
Even if there are allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she cannot betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. Even just her being with us would have been a big help.
Damn it.
That's obvious. We're gonna get out of here safely. We have to do that graduation exam.
So annoying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
All right.
Prepare yourself.
Mini Muna! Wait, what's his name? Mini Kuma! Wait, Nekomaru. Minimaru! That's his name.
Like,
Minimaru.
ah.
I don't care if we don't know anymore. Can we just go back to our normal lives? I want to go home when this is over. We can finally get off this damn island. If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course.
Hell yes. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that really matters. They're danging the Ronpa. Oh, I have to sneeze. Don't do it. I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive. So we could do that. Sneeze. No, I don't want to. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building? Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Okay, let's just do it already. Stop talking about it and do it.
Later.
Investigate. Dun dun dun. Oh, hi Monokuma. He's staring at me. Oh, all the rooms are blocked off. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know what he's doing, but if he keeps doing it over and over again, he's so persistent. I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. This hallway. There's a strange feeling in it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? All the doors are locked. Oh, not this one. Only the classrooms are locked, I think. Or maybe just the rooms I don't need to go in. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside of a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. What is this? A manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Read it! Read it! Read it! Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with the history class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. Just as I thought, Monokuma made this. Read it! Read it! I really just want to ignore it. Hajime, why? Fine, I'll look at it. Bro, look at it! History of Hope's Peak Academy! Read it! It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Okay, read it, read it, read it, read it! Oh, he's reading it. New students are chosen through the scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. And me on the cover? That is not me. If I had pink hair, then me. Oh my god, and there's a cat too. Maybe it is me. There's also a school for researching talent as well. For the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department, who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to the high school students. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy, Ernest wished a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Okay, the ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, these names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The reserve department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again. The only thing that's weird is you, of course.
Hey, hey!
Did you forget that you were part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say?
By the way,
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve corps students.
I got it!
Or you were willingly sealed those memories yourself. You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that it embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault that I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. That's expected of a reserve corps student. He's gaslighting me. Oh my god. Anything else in here? Okay, I think that's enough for that room. Ooh, oh, that's locked. Okay. So you can only go in like one room per floor, I'm assuming. Okay, where are the stairs? Oh wait, here's a room. A book. Another manga. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little bit more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. As the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Who? Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Woogie, what are you doing? But Woogie, what's happening? I'm staying for the meme. The meme? Is there a meme about to happen? Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. I thought Makoto was the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in a secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did and by making that knowledge public. Kurugiri called him the ultimate hope, but he was Just the ultimate lucky student. Wait, who's Kurogiri? Who's I don't know who these people are. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. It stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they've been treated. At the end, when they Detective Girl. At the end, when they won, she called him that. Okay, so Kyoko, you mean Kyoko? Oh, Kirigiri. Okay, so Kyoko called Makoto the ultimate hope, but he actually wasn't. He's not actually the, okay. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. Kyoko did, like, as an honor sort of thing. Okay, so he actually wasn't. So he was just a Reserve Corps student. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. Why not? Why don't you believe that, Hajime? After everything you've been through, you don't believe that 13 people died? Hi, Lemon, how are you? What irony, for a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky you're so incompetent. He always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too. But it looks like it's something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope means simply talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. Anyone know how to zoom out Twitch? Control minus. Control minus on the keyboard. Okay, I'm gonna get some more water. BRB. I tripped on something and it hurt. I was having an argument with someone about JoJo, the anime. I guess I accidentally clicked Control Plus a ton. It said the Reserve Corps students in the Reserve Department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way I have no reason to do something like that. Or do you? Anyway, I learned that what kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Junko and Ashima! Probably. This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries are to keep piling up. Oh, the stairs are locked? What? Then where do I go? Is it gonna unlock doors or what? Dojo. What? I need the map. Yeah, those are the only two unlocked rooms. Oh wait. Why is that room green? I thought that meant that it was unlocked. So that classroom... What? Maybe I have to go back to the dojo. When in doubt, Junko and Ashima. Junko and Ashima! I got a spoiler from freaking Junko and Ashima cosplays on TikTok. Cause like, I kept seeing, okay, so in the first game, Junko died. Like really early in the game, you know, like first chapter I think. So she died, and then I kept seeing Junko and Ashima cosplays everywhere. And I was like, why are people so obsessed with this character that dies within the first chapter of the game? Like, we don't even know anything about this character. Like, why is everybody obsessed with this character specifically and no other character when she's barely in the game? It doesn't make any sense. So I knew that it had to be Junko and Ashima that was Monokuma. That was the 16th, like, the cosplays, they spoiled it for me. I knew there had to be more to her character, because now she's hot, but like, there are other characters, like, it just didn't add up. It didn't add up, and like, they were playing her as like this crazy, maniacal character, when in the game she wasn't like that at all, so I was like, something isn't adding up here. Something doesn't add up. So the cosplays spoiled it for me. I didn't know what exactly it was, but like I had a feeling that she was the 16th. Once the 16th student was revealed, I was like, I think it's gotta be Junko. Blah, 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 there's nothing, okay. Stop, blah, 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 blah. Merry Christmas! Thank you! Merry Christmas to you! And Happy Halloween and a Happy New Year. That target seems pretty far away, blah blah blah. Okay. I looked at everything in here. So the dojo... Oh, they unlocked this! Okay. So they're gonna unlock like one room at a time, I guess. That's nice. That will make it less overwhelming for me. What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here quickly. That's creepy. There's another manga just laying around here. The title is The Biggest, Most Awful, Most Tragic Event in Human History. Okay, read it, read it, read it, read it, read it. That's scary. I'm scared. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all throughout the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. I just spilled water on myself. Under table, I think I saw something. Oh, in the game? I thought you meant like in my room. I was like, is there a ghost in my room? When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. It was spread across the world. Certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then, it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished. The wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the strongest among them. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. The feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain, just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Did I hear hope? Maybe. Mayhaps. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, and it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. If this is all really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant, what's happened to them?
No way!
Are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
You don't like the manga? High school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that such despair, that's the Future Foundation's fault though. Thanks to them stealing your school's memories. Becca Julian, hello, thank you for following. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it. There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
Did I hear despair? How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. And if you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Nagito. Nagito. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. I'm worried. So I think about you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so we'll want to stay on the island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. He's lying! Whether or not this incident really happened, they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction. Are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. They're known as the Ultimate Despair. They're high school students, right? But if they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Then are the killings connected to them as well? Wait, I want the Monokuma under the table! No! That was close. I nearly froze to death. Oh, so it's the green ones that are locked, not open. I get it now. Gonna go to bed. Good night. Have a fun dream. September 7th is Shuichi's birthday. Who the heck is Shuichi? I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him.
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. Emo boy. I love Fuyuhiko. Hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? Shuichi is best boy. Is he from the third game? Because I don't know who that is.
No.
There's another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. A high school... Okay. Blah, blah, blah. The piece of information you've been waiting for. Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
Indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima.
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
hey,
With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. She even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. Oh, I'm reading everything in Monokuma's voice. Because when it changes people, it's like written on the side instead of the top. So like I never see when it changes from me to the character. Why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right?
hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm just a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is so full of despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. Dun dun dun! I'm so happy for no reason. Aw, yay! I'm so happy right now to be here. Aw, yay! I'm glad everybody's happy. I'm getting tired of reading. That's how I feel right now. Oh my god, I can't believe you made me tweet that. Someone made me tweet, Borger from McDonald's. I can't even say it without laughing. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the Ultimate Despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. Like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something they had to do. It's a cult! There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy?
In other words,
Final days? I made pasta. Yes, I do want to see. Wait, what did I miss? Do you know something I don't? I don't know.
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to. And so, the 2,357 students of the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide. What? Then why am I alive? Am I alive? Am I in hell? Am I in hell? Mass suicide? All 2,000 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. Is that me?
Damn it!
But what about Makoto? Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima? Doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko Enoshima's already dead. Huh? Yeah, she's dead. She did a die. She did do a die. Is that true what you said? Junko Enoshima's really dead? What, you didn't see? There's a book called Mang blah 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 in that bloody classroom. Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Oh, yeah.
The killing life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
like,
Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
oh.
The students of Hope's Peak Academy were widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But the messed up plan stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap. After being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. There's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Is that true though?
Bastard!
Then who's our enemy? Junko Enoshima is dead. Are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. The killings were involved resembled that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but the imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stopped the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. The cameras. Are they broadcasting? Truth bullet. Wait. After this investigation, does it go into a trial? Or... Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since it took a lot of time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I'll just raise the flag. What do you mean, raise the flag? One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again. Yes, the longest one. So it's almost the 5th, or it's almost the 6th trial? Is it coming up? I'll raise them flags like crazy. So after I investigate the whole school, then the 6th trial starts? Whoa. I'm on the 4th floor now. Kane. Akane's twitching her nose like a beast, examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut feeling.
I feel like someone's getting closer. What do you mean? Who? I don't know. It's just my gut after all. Aw, Mini Maru. Still, her gut's pretty impressive. Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. Do you stan Nagito? He's pretty cool. He made the game what it is. Whoa, a floating grave! This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Yeah, a floating headstone. Looks like there's some sort of monument. The mark engraved onto the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation. Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Wait, what did that say? Graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. So Makoto and all of those people started the Future Foundation? What? Ooh, what is this? A hologram. Floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we've obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible, though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Onishima rallying them. In a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we're still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. Big info dump here? Right here? This part specifically? Or this whole chapter? We have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. maybe I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. Dun dun dun. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. As long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything. If he's in the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Ashima, making us go through this. This caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There should be other Future Foundation members here. What? How much longer do you feel like from here forward you have a full stream? I don't know. I was maybe gonna try and finish the investigation and then do the trial on the next chapter, but I don't know how long the investigation is. Because I don't want to go that much longer. I guess I need a good stopping point. But I can't stop! This would be a solid place. Okay. The trials... Okay, but like... The trial's about 3 hours? Oof. I also don't want... Pause forward from here. I don't want my next stream to be too long. Another hour of investigation plus 3 trials? Wait, what? 3 trials or 3 hours of trial? Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. 3 hours of trial plus an hour. So that's 4 hours. Okay, I guess that's a good stream time. I'm gonna be tired after that stream. That's gonna be a long one. For me, 4 hours is a very long stream. Oh wait, I need to check on my pet. Is it dead? Okay, good. My gorilla isn't dead. You will from the info dump. Gorimi! I love Gorimi. Okay. 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 Yeah, the info in the next stream, I'm pretty sure I'll be like way too invested to stop playing anyway. So those 4 hours will happen. We're gonna raid. I wonder if anyone's playing Danganronpa. Dang it, Grandpa. Dang it, Grandpa. This person looks interesting. You'll need a drink? Oh my god, I should get a drink for that. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. There's a link to my link tree. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. Discord. Join the Discord for movie nights and stuff like that. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Xerxist, if you're still here. Thank you for the 50 subs. What the heck? Too much. Thank you so much. This girl's doing a cosplay. I don't know who the heck she's cosplaying, but we're gonna raid her. It looks like a cool cosplay. Okay, cool. We're gonna go raid her. Bye, eat food when hungry or want food. You too, Lemon. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. And happy Halloween and Thanksgiving. Happy New Year. All of the things. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna finish the game tomorrow. Oh my god, we're gonna finish it tomorrow. Wow. Okay, maybe I'll start at 8 o'clock tomorrow since it's gonna be a long one. I might start at 8 instead of 9 tomorrow, so be prepared for that. We're gonna find out a lot of information. I'm so excited. I don't want to wait, but I have to, because I'm already so tired. And I've only been streaming for 3 hours. That's my limit. 3 hours is my limit, 4 hours is pushing it. And then when I get up to like 5 or 6, that's when I'm like on crackhead mode. I don't know how I do that. Sometimes I just am on crack. Like yesterday. Wait, no, not yesterday. My last stream. I was on crack. Okay. Don't do drugs, kids. Crack is whack. Thank you guys for being here. Have fun at the raid. She looks like she's cool. She has a cool cosplay on. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Don't do drugs. Crack is whack. Crack is whack.